Wow. Wow. Oh man, what a day. Like, what a 2 days, to be honest. Um, so Bulgaria is going to go out with a bang. Um, I've been, so yesterday I went to see two churches that were carved out of rock, two hidden churches, and a fortress. And today I went to see the Death Stones fortress, Mosaic fortress. One of the a vantage point where there is a memorial for the 1912 war. The Mosaic fortress, the Death Stones, and the Thracian Tomb, the tumulus, which is like 2,500 years old approximately. I don't know where to start, to be honest. Like, there is so much history here. This is it wine? Is it? So I've been driven around, and I've been seeing all these things, and I could cry really. I could cry because it between the people and the sites. Yes, Stonehenge is amazing, right? It's really amazing. The Thracian Tomb is on par with this. I can't believe I'm saying this, like, but it is. And I was allowed to bring Sean the harp in there, and we sat there. We had 4 women there, and I played music, and they played the harp. And I, between the king, his 2 queens, and the soldier who were buried there, the ashes of them and their artifact. If there were harps that were brought over the Crusaders' way, there was no way that these harps could have been there because that tomb was still covered over. Mosaic Fortress, it's very possible that there was a harp there. The Death Stones, it's possible that a harp arrived there at some stage at the church. The hidden churches, not very likely. The Matocina, am I saying that right? It's here. Fortress, it's possible. But it's just insane because there's so much like. Dobra was saying to me, that, and I don't know if she's right or not. I don't know whether what she's saying is true or not. But that Western science is not, Western historians are not interested in Bulgarian history, and that they only want to see it from a certain vantage point. I don't know if that's true or not, but I can understand why she's thinking this. Honestly, like, all of you, you need to come to Bulgaria. You need to come to Bulgaria. You need to come to this area. You need to come and see this for yourself. You need to have these experiences. it's crazy. It's crazy because the border is still changing all the time. You know, it's recent history. It's not that long ago. Yesterday I crossed the Iron Curtain 4 times. I had never seen the Iron Curtain. Like literally the razor wire, it is still there. People are really odd. Humanity is one odd thing. Bulgaria is amazing. I've had my struggles here. I've had my moments here where I really thought like, what the hell? Like, honestly. And some of the Bulgarian people that have been online, like, I think there is language wise, it doesn't translate very well between in the, you know, the Indo-European languages and Bulgarian. It doesn't translate as well, and because it's not as well known and not as well understood and not as well taught and not as generally well known, there's the possibilities of misunderstandings are pretty high, and there are some long toes without a doubt on both sides. But oh my god, everybody needs to come here and have a look, like, because it's mind-blowing. I could easily stay another week here and be out there and have those experiences. That tomb blew my mind. Like, there is like over it's the Thracian Tomb has like an entrance which is the longest entrance that they have found so far. It's about 20 meters long, and then there is a first, a second, and a third chamber, and the doors get smaller and smaller as you go in there. And then there is this conical shaped room where there is a stone bed where they did the death rituals, and they kept the ashes there. It's mind-blowing. Like, it's absolutely mind-blowing. So I don't know, like, I and then there was this tiny little creature having like a nap, either in total shock from all the people that were there, or was having a nap there. I don't know. Music Fortress, I didn't have enough time there, like, for sure. Like, and we left at 9 o'clock this morning. The Death Stones alone, it was like, nobody really knows what it is. Like, so there are all these niches. There's about 200 of them. There is like these inscriptions. This man who lives in the neighborhood there, now I don't remember his actual name, but he, you know, when I first asked about his name, it was said it was George, but it's not George. He's 75 years old. He was in a Great Saint Bernard like myself. He had a little bell that came out of the Great Saint Bernard, and he was like a mountain god. Like, he was through there, and he was going, and this is this, and this is that, and that is that, and look at that, and look at that, and look at that, and then if you look through your lens like this, and then you see this and you see that, and the stuff I saw there, like, we were kind of joking, like, alien teleporting system, like, but it is so outlandish. It's so old, and it's so unbelievable. And, you know, a class of kids was there. They were doing a project, but there was nobody there. There was nobody there. They're still excavating there. There's a church on top of the death stones. I don't know where to start. I don't even know like I can give you the facts and figures, which you can look up online, and I can put it in text and put it on the Facebook page, or when I go home I can write it up. I have it, the information, but it doesn't do justice to what it is. So yeah, go back over the video, like watch it again. The Death Stones, I shot a lot of footage and a lot of photographs there. It's insane. Like this place at some stage was underwater, which made a lot of the bubbles in the stonework were there. Then you have the niches that were carved out, and I'd be willing to buy into the Aphrodite story, which George, who isn't George, told us. He had like the noodles which we use for finding water and energy, and he was holding them over the symbols, and they were moving. Like in a way, it was a little bit voodoo. But on the other hand, it's not just voodoo. There is rectangular shapes, niches, there is round niches, there is one wall, there is 9 niches, and he was saying that for 9 months of pregnancy. And there were like places where you look into it and it looks like there is a head coming through, like maybe birthing channel. There was a hollow where we climbed through, and that was like the experience of birth. And I'd be up for that. Like, some of it though was pretty far-fetched, and he obviously spent a lot of time there because he could point out lots and lots of things. But just the feeling of the place, it's really old. That's all I know. And different groups for different reasons have been pulled there for that reason. And it's blowing my mind that I walked here. Like, I actually walked here. I walked here. Now he had us climb, He also, what was interesting, and he gave us all a little stick like this with all these symbols. They're traditional Bulgarian symbols. This is the symbol that you can find here, this one, which has the eyes of Aphrodite, I think, in it. And this is like one of those niches. And then this is a symbol for the Trinity, I believe. The next one was house and family. And then when you meet them together, you get like the Trinity, home, hearth, something else. And then you get people again. And that's what family, it's a symbol for family. He was telling us. He gave us all one of these. He offered me a walking stick, but I couldn't leave Jerry behind. And then when we were up there, like he was saying, in the excavations, they found pottery pots which they dated back to the War of Troy. I mean, it's just, oh man, like it's just too much. Like my head like exploded in that moment, and I was having like my moment, and I'm climbing, and I'm in a skirt, and I'm holding on to ropes and and it was steep, and I'm sweating, and I'm trying to understand and pick up the words, and it was crazy. Like, it was just amazing feeling. And then they have a little next to where the church was, there is a little hollow which is a baptismal, and he has a little altar there with little with candles and icons, and I lit 3 candles there for different people for different reasons. And then we climbed down, and like we were there for like 3.5 hours, 4 hours looking at everything. Sometime at some stage it was underwater, and then it was pushed up by volcanoes, and then the niches were put in there, and they don't know whether there was stuff in there, or whether it was alien transportation ports, or and you can see how people would think that some of the that there's aliens coming down, like this thing, this sign, humanoid, either coming from the skies downwards. I don't know. Like I don't know what to think. I would not be inclined on the teleportation. Now, in the church, he was telling us they dug up under the floorboards, so under the floor, at the door opening, they dug up a female skeleton of 2 meters 30. I mean, he was talking about Atlantis. I have to read up on this, and I would suggest anybody who watches this read up on this part. Look it up. Look up the Death Stones. Look up on the map. There is an excavation of a church on top of the Death Stones. Look it up. Look it up. Rodolfo Mountains. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then we went for lunch, and we're in this store, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm back in the 1980s in Ireland, this little place. And he's got, the fridges with Coca-Cola and Fanta and whatever nonsense. And then he has a freezer, and there's meat in there, and they go, do you want lunch? Yeah, of course I want lunch. Are you hungry? I'm always hungry. And I said, do you want a beer? Yeah, I have a beer. We have a Moretti. And we're sitting down and looking around this little place, and there is tissues, and there is bickies, and there is sausages, and there is a bit of cheese, and there's bread, and then there's hair dye, and there's socks. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, we're back in the the superstore of a long time ago, that whatever you needed, from blue paper to hair dye, it's in this tiny shop of 5 by 5 meters, and it's all there. And then we go outside, we sit down with our beers, and your man comes out with the meat, and it's defrosting on a table, and there's a little dog is going to sit by our feet, and there's a cat lying down and rolling around in the dust, and there's everybody knows everybody. And then when the meat is defrosted, he comes and he, there was a barbecue there once. There is a niche. There's barbecue, what used to be in there. Now there is an electric grill. He puts on the grill. And before you know it, you've got yourself a lunch, and the wife comes by, and she's got cucumbers, and she's got tomatoes, and it's all there. And I'm going this is just insane. It's amazing. And then we drove all the way up to the top, to the vantage point. This is what it's called. And there's 4 Cold War bunkers, which are circular. They were circular. And I was saying I very often feel sorry for soldiers, because it's not a choice. I understand. I do and I don't. It's not my thing. Normally I feel really sorry for people who sign away their name and take a number. I have great respect for them in a sense, because they are willing to give a sacrifice, which that's not in it for me. And I'm going for once I'm not sorry for them. The vantage point was just amazing. Depending on which bunker you were in, you had a view over Bulgaria and Turkey, or Bulgaria and Greece, the entire Iron Curtain, and the sun is dappling, and it's all green, and I'd gotten a message yesterday saying like, oh yeah, well no, the green of Ireland isn't there. Oh my God, is it green at the moment or what? Like everything is green. And it's all oak and there's trees everywhere. And it is just, I had no words. I had no more words. I just didn't have the words for it. And then we went down to the Mizek fortress. Oh, and on the vendor on that at this monument, yeah, this with the Cold War bunkers, there was a memorial there for 1912, and he goes like, you see that this is where we were there, you know, this is where we were yesterday, and then if you look at the other side, that is where we were this morning, and if you look at the mountain behind that. If you stand on that and it's a clear day, you can see the Mediterranean. And I'm thinking, oh my God, like, I haven't been near a sea since June last year. Like June last year, the beginning of June last year, I arrived in the Netherlands and that was the last time I saw the sea. Now, sure, I've seen the sea out of the thing, but even when I went home, I did not see the sea. I did not see the sea. I haven't seen the sea. I will be seeing the Mediterranean pretty soon. So then we went to Mizek Fortress. Mizek Fortress is probably built on top of it's a Byzantine fortress, built on top of something else. Oh, this is. I did it. No, I actually did it. I walked over the Crusaders route in the balcony. Yeah, I did it. I did it. I made my dream come true. I dreamt about this for a long, long time and I've done it. It's, I know I'm crying, it's stupid, but yeah. And it's, whatever misunderstandings were there, you know, and like stories of, you know, that the Crusaders pillaged and did all kinds of horrible things. There's a lot of, I think there's a, you know, there are misunderstandings about which bit of what, you know, history sometimes gets caught in this as well. But those nights were here. Those nights on our way to Jerusalem were here. Those harps came through here. And now I'm here too. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. And so I played in the fortress today, and it was perfect. It was perfect. One last journalist, and then they brought me to the Thracian Tomb. The Thracian Tomb. And it was better than anything I could have ever thought of or hoped for. It was amazing. It was incredible, especially because that was there when those nights came through, but they didn't know it was there. Hellenist period, Hellenist history, Bulgarian history, Crusader history, and tomorrow I will cross the border into Greece because I can't cross into Turkey because of that big road, which is the Via Diagonalis Via Militaris. It is there. Where we were this morning, they say it was burned down in the 12th century, 12th, 13th century by the Crusaders. I was high up. Like they climbed up all the way there to destroy these churches and stuff, because there was clashes between the Byzantines and the Roman Empire. And it split the Christian world. Like it literally split it in half, and we haven't been able to overcome that split up to today. Like that is nearly 1,000 years, and this is where it happened. And I walked here, and tomorrow I walk into Greece. And on Monday, tomorrow will be day 365 of walking. And on Monday, tomorrow is Saturday, and on Monday I will walk into Turkey. I will walk into Edirne. These are tears of joy. These are tears of being overwhelmed and of joy. Today was a really good day. Today was an amazing day. The Balkan has been challenging in many, many ways. In many ways. Mainly in the way of me coming from a completely different place and wanting to understand and not being able to. I didn't have a lot of pushback on that, especially in the beginning. Hungary, for a big part, just didn't want to deal with me, which I suppose is like in a family where you're supposed to know, you don't know, and they're not going to tell you because they're tired of repeating the same story over and over again. And it made it hard for me in Bulgaria because of that, because I was trying, but they weren't having any of it. Serbia is where my compassion really started to kick in, and I was starting to hear what they were saying. And Bulgaria has been, this place is so different, and it has such complex history. And the other thing about the Balkan is it's, in comparison to where we live, is very poor. Like, and their economies really, really struggle, and the participation in the rest of the world is asking them to do things that they're not either not ready for yet, or not able for yet, or need more time for. So it's been challenging, but a great challenge, great challenge. I still can't say I understand any of I can't really have a conversation about what is what and who is right, because I haven't got a clue. But I have dipped my toes into what happened here. I came here mainly because of the Romans and because of the Crusaders. And I've seen things that I didn't even know existed. I didn't even know it was possible. I didn't even know that it came from this place. The start of Christianity as a religion. The passage of all these armies and what that meant for the people who lived here. History buried under more history, buried under more history, buried under economic disadvantage, buried under armies that come over your land. Living in Ireland, I have some empathy and understanding of what it is to be a people that is not being recognized as a people. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I could spend a long time here and still be learning. The Balkan is amazing. Bulgaria. When you come to Bulgaria, don't just go to Sofia and Plovdiv. Go out there and go meet those people, even if they seem a little bit upfront in a weird way or saying things that you're not sure you want to hear. Go see it. Come off that big road. Go see some of those sites. Yeah, they don't always speak German and they don't always speak English. And you may have some misunderstandings, but oh my God, is it worth it? Like, so tomorrow morning, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna have coffee with this, the only person who offered to come and just walk with me straight up. I'm gonna have coffee with her tomorrow morning. And then Anton is, he has to referee a soccer game, a young soccer game here in the stadium, and he will get on his bike and he will catch up with me in Greece. He'll go for his cycle and he'll come and catch up with me in Greece. And he has organized a place for me to stay there. And then this part of the journey will be done. Wow. Country number 9. Kicked my bottom and a half. And I'm ready to go home now. I need to go sleep. I need to go cry this out a little bit and I need to go to sleep. Today was a good day. Today was a good day. 364 days of from here to Jerusalem, walking with a harp to Jerusalem from West Cork. Shani the harp is here. Jerry the stick is here. Tomorrow we'll go into country number 10, Greece. Good night.